Inter Miami has beaten Sporting Kansas City in the first official game of the season, 1-0 at Kansas City in the freezing cold. But what a victory it was. I mean, honestly, this was possibly the best result that Inter Miami probably could have gotten out of this game. Considering the fact that the situations with obviously the very extreme weather. I think honestly, like going over there to Kansas City's house, getting the result, getting a win on top of like even better, just sets us up perfectly for the second half or for the second leg, excuse me. And hopefully we can seal it away next week. But welcome guys to the So Flow Soccer channel. My name is Matt, your host as always, and this is the post game reaction. This is the post game reaction for Inter Miami for Sporting Kansas City. We're gonna get to a couple of talking points that I have that I want to go over about the game itself, and just kind of we won't overanalyze it, but just this is like I said, my post reaction. We're just gonna have to these are just vibes, man. These are just vibes just straight off the game. And we won't go too over the top. We're just gonna say how we feel with no preparation at all. We're just saying how we feel. But overall, before we get into the starting 11, before we talk about individual performances, let's talk give my opinion on the game overall. I thought in the first half it was pretty boring, and I thought that we were kind of struggling. I thought both teams were really struggling when it came to adapting to the weather. I don't think either side, I don't think anybody in that whole city or in this state was accustomed to that weather. So it was really getting to people, and you can definitely tell. I thought in the second half we were looking a lot better, or a little bit better. We definitely were the overall dominant team in, I think it's fair to say, but it was a bit shaky, and most likely it was because it was freaking negative whatever degrees out. Literally, this was the weather over there, like 0, -5. Like this was. Oh wait, no, this is later on in the day. It was right now. It's 4 degrees, 4 degrees Fahrenheit, -16 degrees Celsius. And it feels like -8, and it feels like -22 in Celsius. That's ridiculous. That's genuinely ridiculous. So nobody could be accustomed to that. But without further ado, let's get into the starting 11. Ace Leonard is already saying that Cheto was frozen in time. That's a great way to put it. We're gonna talk about Cheto in just a second. But I don't have a lot to say about him, but I do want to criticize him just a little bit. But what do you think about the team in general? I thought honestly, this was exactly how the game was gonna go. Like everybody was gonna be cold, we were gonna struggle a little bit, but the fact that we were so dominant, in my opinion, we were clearly the superior team tonight. Um, it's always a good sign, and like I said, it sets us up perfectly for next week. Redondo had a very good game somehow. Let's get into it. So this was the starting 11 for Inter Miami. As you can see here, I mean, like, honestly, they probably could have set this up better, right? I mean, like, but they put all the text up at the top, but we could see that Ustari was our number one goalkeeper, as he should be. Then we had Chelo Wengant, Lujan, Aviles, and Allen as the back four, with Redondo, Bushi, and as the two CMs, Velasco Segovia and Tadeo Oshende being the two wide midfielders, with Messi and Suarez as the two forwards, lining up in that 4-4-2. They also kind of played that 4-3-3 at times. They were very, how would you call it? Very fluid, I guess you could say, in their because they didn't really stick with one formation throughout the game. Like they didn't solely stick to 4-4-2. They didn't stick to 4-2-3-1. Sometimes they would go. They were a lot of players were roaming, like Delasco. He was roaming, going wide, coming inside. We had Messi, Suarez, and Tadeo. They would form like the front three. So it was very fluid. But no, this is what FootMob is showing. Let me show you guys this. This is what FootMob shows on their site. But just to kind of give you more of a on-field visual, this is essentially how they lined up, just with Messi and Suarez up in the front too. Starting with Ustadi, And I want to give huge shouts to Solana because I guess he said it first, or he was probably the one Ustadi supporter, um, and saying that he was going to be our number one goalkeeper. This guy is 1000%. Like, I feel so confident and comfortable with this guy in goal. I really don't want to jinx it, but with him in net, it makes me feel very, very secure. He made a couple of good saves today. He's just confident. He's just so confident and so experienced in the net, and you can clearly tell from his play. So I like to do studies in net. He had a good game, and I think he had one pretty crucial save that I can remember off the top of my head where it like came off his foot or something. He had 3 saves in total, which is really good. For the back four, let's go to the back four and we'll work our way up. For Noah Allen, Lujan, Aviles, and Chelo Bengan. This is the first time we're seeing Lujan as a left center back, a left-sided center back. We saw Lujan as a right-sided center back. We didn't see him play right back yet, but this is the first time we're seeing Lujan on the left, Noah Allen on the left back, and then El Toto on the right with Chelo. I thought Lujan. It's kind of weird that they don't give Lujan a rating here. I mean, like not that I care, but Lujan could have been a little bit better. He was a little bit like we talked about it before. He was a bit shaky in that first game that he played with Inter Miami. I thought he was about the same uh compared to that first game, if that makes sense. Like, so he was not totally in there, but I saw him play left back a couple of times, like as Noah Allen tried to take more of an attacking role. But I thought that Lujan could have looked a little bit better. He definitely looked he could have been better. He looks somewhat the same from last time, maybe just slightly better, but he's still adapting is what I'm trying to say. Noah Allen at the left back position. Honestly, this guy is like a solid player. Like the fact that Noah, how old is he? 20? He's 20 years old. 20 years old, playing with these big international superstar players. Like this, we need to give this guy more credit. I understand that. I don't know. Like, in my opinion, attacking wise, he didn't really do much, but I thought he looked so solid and so confident in this left hand side and really, really, really trying to make it his. Like, he tried to own this left flank, and I give him so many props, so much props because like he really showed that he could compete at this level with the best teams in the league and some of them in the world. So, I mean, in terms of offensive stats, it doesn't really show any offensive stats, but like his just recovery times was good. His on the ball ability was good. His decision making I thought was pretty good. He was just running up and down the field, and he could really run. He runs and runs and runs, and is really really awesome to see. So I really really highly rate Noah Allen's performance. Football give him a 7.8. I think that's pretty. I guess I mean almost an 8.0. That's pretty insane. But I mean, hey, that's the only. Like I said, the only thing that wasn't in his game was the attacking aspect of it. But other than that, I thought he had a pretty good game. Ivelis had a good game. Chelo had a stinker. I don't want to say a stinker, but Chelo wasn't good. I mean, like Chelo, there's something missing to Chelo's game, and it's probably the offensive part of his game. Which now in modern day of football, modern day of soccer, like you need to play offensively. Like you need to be able to go up the field and contribute. Chelo's not that guy. You can tell that I feel like the players don't trust him. Like when it comes to that sort of thing, because first in the corner kicks, he stays back. He's the only guy that stays back in the corner kicks or in any set piece. When they do go up, like when they do go forward and try to create some sort of opportunity, they don't pass him the ball. Like they only pass him the ball if he's the only other option available, but they don't willingly pass him the ball. So that is like a huge red flag. Cello needs to step up. I thought he needed to hit an early shower. I'm very, very surprised that there were only 3 subs made this game. Extremely surprised. I thought Cello was gonna come out. I thought Suarez was gonna get substituted way earlier. I thought Redondo was gonna come out because of his yellow card, and he was looking like he was gonna get second. And Tadeo came off, which was right. Segovia, I thought deserved to come off when he did. I'm surprised Messi. Not that I'm surprised, but like it was interesting to see Messi play the full 90. Yeah, no, I mean it's just crazy. I was expecting more subs, but I guess that was we saw more subs during the preseason because it was preseason or whatever. But yeah, let me see what you guys have to say, and then I'll move on to the midfield and the forwards. Monkey Man says that Lujan improved in the center back position. Just barely. I mean, like almost. I don't know. I personally saw the same. Like I didn't see an improvement. I didn't see a decline. I saw more or less the same. There was an opportunity where I think he bit a little bit too much. I think this was in the second half where Bushi was getting pretty high, which I'll get to in a second. And then Lujan was also kind of pushing pretty high with Noah Allen. And then he had to make a huge, huge recovery. And I don't know if he ended up making it, but we didn't concede. So I guess it ended up working out. But I don't know. I wouldn't say an improvement. Fafa's not connecting with the team, or is it my impression? I'll get to Fafa in a second, but I'll consider your comment. Luis Suarez's performance today. We'll get to that in just a second. Ash says hashtag Chelo out. Aviles pocketed the attackers most of the times. Aviles has had probably the best improvement from last season to this season so far. Him and Redondo are like they have both really, really improved from last year. And you can definitely tell, not just by the preseason, but from today as well. Like it's huge, huge improvement. So props to Aviles for being as good as he has been from the preseason up until now. Sometimes it was so sad to watch. Drop off from Messi to everyone else is so huge. Decision making was so slow. Busi and Segovia were good. And Suarez waste moments. I guess he is done. Chelo might have standard football IQ. Okay, so let's get to this a little bit, and we'll get to the midfield. We'll talk about Fafa. I thought the starting midfield four was like pretty standard. This is probably going to be the midfield four we're going to see throughout the entirety of the regular season. Um, I thought Segovia was pretty quiet today. He did show his moments. This guy is really, really good on the ball. Like technically, he's a very good player, good accurate passes. He could switch the ball. He's just really good with the ball at his feet. Um, but I just didn't see anything from him today. Like he really didn't do anything. Offensively, I mean defensively, I don't think he did that much either. Well, no, he did have like a couple of like it says here he did have a couple of duels. Some of them lost. I don't know. I mean, like I think it just nothing really stood out about Delasco. Um, but obviously his technical ability is still pretty good. Bushi and Redondo, this is going to be our midfield partnership the entire year. Redondo, I thought looked pretty. I thought he looked pretty good. I mean, the yellow card was well deserved. There was some times where I mean, obviously he made mistakes, but not everybody's perfect. Let's see what his stats say. I mean, he lost 9 duels, which is not acceptable to be honest. He won 6 out of 15 duels. Yeah, that's not acceptable. But I mean, it is what it is. Tado Allende was the same thing, quiet. He was running though. I mean, like it was just running, 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 running. Um, we were trying to play like counterattacking football at certain points. Like there were certain moments where it called for counterattacks, but we had to rely on Tadeo and Segovia and even Noah Allen sometimes to be in those right places at the right time. And sometimes it just didn't work out because Messi and Suarez were just kind of lingering up here and like we just didn't have any support. So maybe like that's just kind of how I see it. Messi, man of the match, I would give it to him. Scoring that amazing, amazing goal, uh, assisted by Busi, a well placed ball to him, chests it down perfectly. I'll show you guys a clip in just a second, but he chested it down really nice. He turns, scores with his right foot, very, very, very nice. Suarez was a complete ghost out there. He was definitely struggling. It was definitely the weather. He was definitely struggling with the weather, and I honestly thought he was going to get subbed out around the 60th minute. I'm not going to lie to you. So the fact that he played essentially the entire game really, really surprises me. And I was hoping to see maybe not Ian Frey. I mean, like considering the conditions and it looked pretty bad. Like once you saw it in person and seeing how the players react, I was expecting to see Gresso play at some point. And I mean, I was expecting Taylor and Fafa to come on at some point too. I think I'm glad that I didn't see Ian Frey and Falcon. I think it just wasn't the game. It wasn't the right environment, and I think Mascherano understood that that this wasn't the right time to introduce these players. and bring on kind of the big other names as well. So, and they're saving it for Saturday, saving them for Tuesday. I think it was, honestly, looking back on it, I think it's probably the right decision. Let's see what you guys have to say. We have Casar saying Chilo is bad. Chilo is just bad. I would experiment. Um, I would experiment with Alba, Falcon, Toto, and Ian Frey, or Ruiz back line with Chilo and Allen on the bench. I love Allen as a starter, to be honest. I think Allen has really proved himself to be a starter, but we are going to see Jordi, Falcon, and El Toto Aviles in the back in the back line. Um, we'll have to see how Falcon adapts. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he's gonna make a start on Saturday. I mean, he maybe. Now that Noah has played this full 90, I have no idea, but it's gonna be interesting. Maybe he'll come off the bench. Maybe he'll be a starter. I mean, like for these next two games, right? But it'll be seeing. I'm just saying it sucks for Allen because he's really proved himself to like earn that starting spot. When will the team work at a faster pace? Right now, the team is like ASMR. I understand what you're trying to say, Ash. Yeah, definitely. There were points where we tried to play fast, but we couldn't because we had Messi, we had Suarez just kind of lingering there. Messi would drop deep to grab the ball and try to progress it forward, but um and I guess that was kind of the whole purpose of buying these wingers, right? Like Tadeo, like Segovia, like Fafa, is to have those pacey wingers run up the flanks so we can have that counter attack. We can have those counter attacks and just kind of break through the defense as best we can. But when we did try to play quick, we would just lose possession. Our passes weren't linking. There was just no connection. I felt like everything was just kind of off. We could blame it on the weather. The players just probably, I don't know, maybe the players were just not playing well. Regardless, things weren't just adding up. I'm not saying like this. I'm not taking this whole game as like a negative thing, right? Like this is not me like bashing Inter Miami. This is just simply me giving my reaction to the game. So we were trying to play fast. It would always end up not working out. I definitely thought they needed to play at a slower pace because it just didn't look like they were able to go bam, 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 bam because they were just going to lose the ball every single time. So that's what I think. Mid game from Telasco. It was a mid game from Telasco, but he will be better. I 100% agree. 1000% agree with you, Monkey Man. Chelo completely froze when the KC players were on the counter. Luckily, Ustari saved his ass. It happened a couple times. It happened a couple times where Chelo made a couple mistakes, especially in the beginning of the game, if I remember correctly. And yeah, no, I don't know. I'm surprised that he's still playing. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm surprised that Gressel hasn't taken that spot. I understand why Ian Frey isn't in that spot. I guess like because of his injury, you don't want to overuse Ian Frey, consistently give him like so many minutes that that injury will reappear. But I'm genuinely shocked that Gressel is not in this spot. I understand that Gressel's defense may not be like the best, but Gressel can recover. He can provide that offensive, just those that offensive like thing. Like think about it. Sporting Kansas City didn't have the advantage of playing in the cold, like playing in this kind of cold. Like they were not used to this cold. Obviously, it was like negative 20 degrees Celsius, like negative 5 degrees out there, or like, it was like 0 degrees, like below zero. Um, so it definitely affected them too. So when they come over here, they're gonna play good. Like it's a night game. It's an 8 p.m. game. It's not gonna be hot. It's gonna be the perfect temperature. I mean, like, yeah, obviously they're away from home. At any game away from home, you're at like kind of a disadvantage, but that doesn't completely rule out the fact that like they have a chance. This game is still completely wide open. We don't have this in the books yet. So even though we were the dominant team, it's only a 1-0 win. Sporting Kansas City can easily come to our house and beat us 2-0. I'm not saying that is going to happen, but I'm saying that still is a possibility. So we have to keep that in mind and make sure to not let our foot off the gas. Let me see. What else are you guys saying here? Segovia is very technical. He can keep a ball and a one-touch pass 100%, but even though we didn't connect a lot of them, I'm hoping that Mascherano after today plays Taylor for some attacking on the left when Jordi is unavailable going forward. Sure. I mean, I don't think Taylor is the go-to for Mascherano. I think Taylor's just always going to be a bench player under him. But I wouldn't mind Taylor starting maybe once or twice, especially if like Tadeo or Segovia have off games. Excuse me. But it is. Schedule is crazy. Next MLS match in 2.5 days. Yeah. So that our next game is on Saturday. The time was moved from 2 o'clock to 7:30 or 2:30 to 7:30 p.m. So they do have like a couple of extra hours to recover. I'm not sure if that's going to help them at all, but we'll discuss that in the preview. But and then from Saturday we play on Tuesday in the second leg. So it's a lot of games just for the first week, but hopefully we're gonna be ready. And I think they are. Not gonna lie, I totally forgot we had Gressel. Could have made some difference. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that Gressel didn't make an appearance, but hopefully we can see him maybe in the home opener on Saturday or maybe even on Tuesday. Suarez is finished. It says Moo. Suarez was affected by the cold. Watch him score. And I said this I think I was going to say this in the pregame. Or did I? I don't know if I said it in the pregame, but I was texting the guys from Gian and Ashley from Messi and Co. And I'm like, Suarez is going to feel this the most. And he definitely did. Like Suarez felt this cold the most. Obviously, Messi felt it. I mean, obviously everybody felt it, right? But Messi scored. Sergio Busquets got the assist. Tadeo and Segovia, they were still running up and down the field. Noah Allen was all over the place. Um, so it gave literally no excuse for Luis Suarez to be significantly below the standard. Um, that's why I said I'm surprised that he played the full 90 and that Taylor didn't come on or Fafa didn't come on a lot sooner. But Suarez is Suarez, man. We always talk shit about Suarez until he scores a goal, and then after that, it's like he did his job. So today we didn't see that from Suarez. So I mean, it is just kind of it is what it is. But overall, like I said, we were the dominant team. 1-0 win is probably the best result we could have gotten out of this game. Just considering all the conditions of the on the day, and I think we're looking very good going into next week for the second leg. Even though the game is completely like it's anybody's game, it's anybody's game. So we have to make sure we're on our toes. Miami need a striker or a technical winner. Ashinde Suarez is not enough. Yeah, we don't have a backup striker unless it's Leo Afonso. But Leo Afonso is not that guy yet. He has that potential, but he's not that guy yet. He's not reliable enough to be just a number 9 that we could have up there. But anyways, um, I think that is all from me. I want to say I'm trying to look at different things that I don't know. Oh, let me show you guys the clip of the goal. Oh no, first of all, before I show you the goal, just look how look how awesome this picture is. This is a sick picture for Noah Allen. I'm sorry, like if this isn't his Instagram profile picture, I'm gonna be shocked. This is an amazing picture. Black and white, crisp. We got the breath air thing, like the cold breath. I think that's a sick picture. Let me show you guys the goal and then we can get on out of here. I'm assuming these are both it. Yeah. We won't. I'm not gonna. Should I just play? I don't want. No, I don't want the audio. So here, we're just gonna play it like this. But look at the pass here. Here, let me make sure I muted it. Look at the pass here from Busquets and the way, like that was probably supposed to go to Telasco right here, right? But the way that Messi brought that down and that he controls it, he gets by that defender behind him and then just bangs it, perfectly places that in the bottom left corner. It's just class. And yeah, it's only going to be Messi. Messi's the only type of player that's going to be doing that. It's an amazing goal. It's a great goal. Inter Miami get the win. But that's going to be it from me. I appreciate you guys for tuning into this post game reaction. These are also very cool pictures from Lionel Messi right here. Bang. Oh, this is the goal. This is sick right here, too. This is really, really nice. Messi's going to be looking good. He's going to be on fire this season. I cannot wait. But I appreciate you guys again for tuning in to this post-game reaction. We will be live in a couple of days' time for the preview for the NYCFC game. I'm going to be vlogging that game. So make sure you tune in, or make sure you stay tuned for that vlog. I might go live um, while I'm at the stadium. So also stay tuned to that. I'm going to see how that works. I'm going to do a couple of tests and see like how that works out. But yeah, I'm also good. The game is also going to be available on Discord. So link is in the YouTube bio. If join up on the Discord, watch the game if you're not able to. If you don't have Apple TV or anything, we're gonna a bunch of us are gonna watch it. A couple of them are going to be, or we had a couple of people today watching the game and it was very nice. So, yeah, so stay tuned for Saturday. Stay tuned for the pregame. And then, if hopefully I should be getting home at a pretty decent time. If I don't, then I'll probably save the postgame reaction for the next day, for Sunday. I just hit my mic, my bad. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your night. Get some sleep. Tomorrow's another day. And Vamos Miami. First win of the season in the books. Vamos Miami. Let's go, boys.
¿Qué mira, bobo? Anda para allá, bobo.